It's loud. What?
Alright, good evening guys. It's the Cody Live Podcast. It's the first edition for sports, and we're doing it live at Twisted Canvas Tattoo in Hudson, Michigan, home of the Division A MHSAA state champ football team, the Hudson Tigers. Make some noise for yourselves. Alright, today's guest, we got a special one. He's a Big Ten champ from the Aloha State. Number 14, and you can catch him kicking ass on freaking Saturdays this fall. This is Roman Wilson. Everybody make some noise. Alrighty, so we're going to start off. We're going to challenge you with this one. Michigan Wolverines this year, you guys lost Josh Gaddis. I was just wondering, how is the offense adapting to the new offensive coordinator situation?
It's doing really good. As of right now, we got two, which is Coach Weiss and Coach Moore. I don't know how it's going to work out in the long run, but they're both doing really good in practice, and they kind of take turns, calling plays and situations we're in. So it's really good. We're doing really good with it.
All right. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I want to see a repeat of last season, but one more step. And I have trust in that. But as a lifelong Wolverines fan, you guys broke the streak this year.
Yeah.
The streak that every Michigander wanted to see, that has been, tried and true as a Wolverine fan. How did that feel?
It's amazing feeling for me. So emotion and so much hard work been put into my, not even just this season, just something I've been working on for so long, over and over and over again. And it was just like, man, I knew we were going to do it, and just to go out there and do it, it's just amazing.
I had that faith. We were just watching highlights before this, and kind of the feeling. I mean, the owner of Twisted Canvas mentioned that he was almost in tears. It's just something that Michigan holds dear, and it's awesome. I guess that leads up to the next question about that game, and I'm not going to focus solely on that game for the whole interview. I promise. As Michigan and Ohio State fans, I guess we trash talk all year. You probably see it. So you're on social media, you see that all year long. How is that leading up to the game as a player? Do you guys get in each other's inboxes? You guys beating each other up, or?
It's not something I do. There's got to be somebody out there that does it. But definitely before the game, it's mostly them. They mostly like to instigate it, and we just like to handle business. But we all know it's all talking. Once it gets to the field, that's what really matters.
Yeah, it's kind of all bark, no bite.
Yeah.
In the end, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. I guess that leads into another question. What are your biggest focuses this year as a player, and what's your guys' focus as a team this year to get to that national title game?
As a player, I want to be the best player I can for my team, and I want to do everything I can to get better, so the team can get better. Because no matter how far we went, we still got a couple more games to win, and that's the main focus, is winning games.
Yep. That's something I seen a picture of Blake. Was it Blake and JJ? They're kind of watching the trophy presentation.
Yeah.
These guys got goals on their mind, and you just see a different type of hunger in you guys this year compared to past years. As a Michigan fan myself, putting up with the rich rod. Oh man. I guess with that, we had the VIP, the fan questions. Who had the podcast tickets? You got a fan question?
Sure. Was the pass in this game, was that worked on week of? You've been working on that all season? The one, your touchdown score. Obviously.
Yeah. The trick play, we practiced it probably a week or two. Maybe not a ridiculous amount. It's something where you just kind of go out and you got to do it and do everything you can to execute it. And Donald does a great job, and I just did my job. That's all I did.
It was awesome.
All right, any more fan questions from the podcast? You guys got anything?
Sure. Okay. Do you have anyone or anything that we should look forward to this Michigan team, as far as new guys or just new areas to look forward to this year?
Definitely right now, Mikey being able to play a bigger role in our team. He's already played a big role, but if he's able to be able to play both sides, offense and defense, be pretty legendary. And not that many people can do that.
Oh, for sure.
And that was a surprise to me seeing Sanders still going to defense. I'm like, all right,
Yeah, he's out there now. Like,
Oh, yeah.
He put in work, so.
yeah, it's a year for the receivers to shine. I will say that. You guys are gonna
100%.
shine this year.
Yeah.
Any more podcast questions?
Do you have any inspirational words or wisdom to share with the kids in the room to be able to get highlight videos out there of themselves someday?
Honestly, you just gotta believe in yourself, and you gotta respect the people who support you the most. When I grew up, there was a guy I knew, my football coach, Vinny Passes. He always told me respect your mom. You respect both your parents, but mainly your mom, because she's always gonna be there for you. And and if you don't believe in yourself, your mom's gonna believe in you. So.
Totally agree with that. Any more questions for Roman? Anybody got something they want to add, or? Okie dokie. Anything you want to say about this upcoming year?
I'm just excited, man. Like,
Get back on the field.
I just got done with spring ball. I just get like, I'm usually I don't want to go to fall camp. Like, that's the last thing I want to do. But I'm very excited to get back to playing football again.
Right.
I got a little taste, and I just want some more. And
Yep. I'm looking forward to see the hunger on the field. I seen the spring game, and you guys all look motivated. It's a good feeling after all these years. We got a question over here.
I got a question. Excuse me. So, you think we're going to see the wide receivers more involved this year? Well, what's your sense, I guess, initially? I know, a lot of the games, once you went to, obviously Haskins was a workhorse.
Yeah.
And, obviously, Donovan, he's going to be a tank too. So,
yeah.
It's like, what do you foresee,
I feel like even last year was the same thing. We have the capability to be an elite receiving corps. It just happens that we also have an elite running backs and best line in the country. So it's kind of hard to balance the two. I mean, I want to say yes because we're so good and we have the ability to do it. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to see it and look forward to it. Yeah,
I want to see it.
It's definitely it's possible now. Like.
Yeah, I feel like the receivers are all there. I'm just like gotta hit the passes.
Yeah, we're getting there. In practice, we look great in practice, by the way. Like, it's all there.
Nice.
Yeah, we've seen that in spring ball. They look polished, man. They look polished. Any more questions before we conclude the podcast? Yeah.
Go ahead.
One more, and this is, I don't want you to stir the pot. But from the outside looking in, everybody's like, oh, JJK, is that a healthy thing? Are you comfortable with both of those quarterbacks leading the team? I mean, how's that from your perspective?
I think it's pretty healthy. I mean, it's always bad when you see guys competing like that. But I mean, they're great in the locker room. They're great people to have. Two great leaders on the team. And, going through the season and playing in games, I never really noticed too big of a difference when there was another quarterback in or like vice versa. So, I mean, yeah, it's healthy. It's great. So.
Well, let's beat Sparty this year, okay?
Yeah.
Let's beat Sparty this year.
Have to, yeah. That's the one on my mind for sure.
All right.
How many crown wins you got on Fortnite?
Crown? Nah, I don't be counting them at this point, so.
Alrighty, I'll right here.
How's like Coach Harbaugh's energy in practicing games rub off on you guys?
He's crazy, bro. He's crazy in the game. And for the game, pre-game, definitely it rubs off on us. Like, he just likes to, especially the QBs, he's yelling at them, like hitting them in the helmet and stuff, getting them all crazy. So, yeah, he's great energy, great guy.
Alrighty, if there's no more fan questions, I'd just like to conclude the broadcast. I want to give a big shout out to Twisted Canvas Tattoo, Enterprise Athletics, all you guys, the Hudson football team, as well as everybody who bought the podcast ticket to be here for the first edition of it. And most of all, Roman Wilson for being with us today. It's really awesome to come to this small town, and it's a big thing here. It's cool, man. It's cool. I definitely conclude everything tonight. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This has been the first edition. Thank you, Roman Wilson, and good night, everybody.
Loose soul going crazy.